Thanks for joining us for another Techstination interview. With so many of us today ordering necessities online, including groceries, how do you keep those deliveries secure if you happen not to be at home when they arrive? Joining us is Adam Schumacher, managing partner at NXT Ascent Venture Studio. I hope I'm saying all that right.
Next Ascent, yeah.
Next Ascent. And you have a new product coming to market called DeliverySafe. Thanks for being with us, Adam.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Fred.
Give us a little overview, first of all, about the company.
Yeah, so we founded DeliverySafe because we, as consumers, are receiving more deliveries at our doorstep than ever before. Whether that's meal boxes, groceries, or packages, online shopping has been exploding for the last handful of years. And we actually launched this company right before COVID. And COVID is just amplifying the number of packages that we're receiving. And ultimately, what we've created is an insulated lockbox to secure those deliveries in a convenient manner for the homeowner or the business owner, and allow delivery drivers to securely place those deliveries on your porch. So we've seen a lot of companies out there solving the last mile, getting the product to your door, but we believe that we're the first mover in really solving that last foot of the supply chain. And with my background as a consumer guy, owning a lot of consumer goods businesses in the past, it made a lot of sense to try to solve for that last foot. How do we protect our porch? How do we protect our driveway of all these packages we're getting?
All right. Well, tell us about the DeliverySafe, the capacity, and how the security aspect of it works.
Yeah. So give you a quick overview. So ultimately, the DeliverySafe Model 1 large size is an insulated lockbox to secure your deliveries, whether it be groceries, meal kits, packages. The technology is very simple. Has a digital keypad on the top, which allows you to create up to 50 codes to provide your delivery drivers. The digital keypad codes that you create are 4 to 10 digits long. Once you create your passcodes that you're going to provide to the delivery companies, you simply enter those into your user profiles with UPS, Amazon, Instacart, so on and so forth, so that when the driver's there, they have the entry instructions that they can simply do. The technology that we started with is fairly simple, and I can show you quickly how it works. To open the box, simply enter your code. Opens, grabs what's inside. It's very quick and easy to use. When we were creating the company, we believe, as I said, we're the first mover in solving the last split of the supply chain. And so we really needed to make sure that the technology that we create had easy adoption by all parties, whether it's the homeowner, the business owner, or the delivery drivers. And so with the technology that we created using the digital keypad, essentially the homeowner can create those secure codes. They can change them at any time, provide them the delivery services. Same with the business owners. But I think more importantly, the delivery drivers can open the box in under 5 seconds. And so getting that adoption out of the gate was very important to us. And we thought that if we overemphasize the technology, that we could have a hard time establishing adoption with the product, because we are creating a new market of protecting your front porch. And there's been some people that have some companies that have tried this in the past, where they're letting you in your house or in your garage, and I'm not sure that consumers are ready for that yet. And so when we created the technology, we really wanted to make it sort of very simple for all parties to adopt.
Yeah, obviously it's for certain sized packages. The humongous things that you get from time to time are not going to go in there. But tell me, does this get bolted down, or is the box itself, how secure is that?
Yeah, good question. That's actually the number one thing we get asked is, can someone pick up the box and steal that? First of all, it's 62 pounds. It's extremely awkward to carry. I know, because I've moved these things around my own house and the office. But more importantly, we do provide an anchor kit with the DeliverySafe. So every consumer that buys it, There's actually 2 anchor kits in the kit. There's one for wood, one for concrete. So it can be anchored to the ground.
So you can, that's an option, but you're saying you probably don't have to, given the weight
It's
of it.
big and heavy. Yeah.
Okay. So the kid in the neighborhood is not as likely to come and grab it and all that. How did this
It'd
come
be
about?
tough to put this on your back and get on a bike and ride down the street.
How did this come about?
So my background is in consumer goods. I've owned a couple of companies previously where we were high volume shippers. My previous life was spent within the fitness and sporting goods industries. And just seeing the uptick in deliveries that we're making in a direct consumer world, and then just having a ton of friends within the high volume shipping, right? We talk about all the challenges that are in the supply chain, and everybody's solving for that last mile, but nobody's solving for the last foot. In addition, my wife is CMO of a grass-fed beef company here in town, and so knowing the logistical challenges that they've been able to overcome, solving food delivery in a meal kit form from the plant to your driveway, or ultimately your fridge and freezer in 48 hours. That's tough, and if someone's not there to receive the packages, there's no real great way to prevent spoilage. And so we sought out to solve that challenge of the last foot of the supply chain. Really, the packages are getting to your doorstep, but nobody's securing those packages to preventing theft. No one's securing those packages in an insulated manner to prevent spoilage or tampering of the food that you're getting delivered. And so we really reversed into it. We had a problem that we wanted to solve, which was that last foot of the supply chain. And we went about doing a lot of different research on ways to go about that, and ultimately decided on what is now the DeliverySafe, the insulated lockbox to protect those packages, meal boxes, and groceries.
And is this connected to the Wi-Fi in the home?
It's battery operated. It does not need Wi-Fi, which is great for the delivery drivers. The technology that we created, we wanted to avoid electrical outlets, and we wanted to avoid it having to be Wi-Fi enabled. So we were able to do that with the initial technology that we launched.
So how do you enter the codes that you're going to be giving out to people? And I guess you can't change them on the fly if it's not connected to Wi-Fi then, right?
Yeah, so when I receive my fully assembled DeliverySafe to my front door, ultimately all I have to do is put the batteries in, and then it comes with 2 different passcodes, which I can easily change in a matter of seconds. I can create for all my different delivery services. I personally use FedEx, UPS, Amazon, Instacart, and a handful of others. So I can create a specific code for each of them, or I can give each of them the same code. But ultimately, I create very simply on the digital keypad with the instructions that we provide in a matter of seconds, 4 to 10-digit code. That code, then I go into FedEx, Amazon, UPS, and in my user profile, I'll enter the instructions. Leave package in DeliverySafe on front porch, code pound 1234 pound. When the delivery service gets there, they have all that information on their handheld and ultimately can open the box and put the package in under 5 seconds. So the technology that we're using with creating the codes, changing the codes is fairly simple technology to start.
But there's no direct connection between the box and an app, et cetera, that kind of
Not
thing.
yet.
Right? Okay, not yet.
You're stealing my thunder of what we're doing next.
Well, what happens if the batteries run out while this is locked? Do you have a way to access what's inside?
Yeah, we do. We have backup keys that every homeowner will receive, or business owner will receive 2 keys with that. There's also alerts that go through when the batteries are running low. It has a beeping sound so that you're aware of that. But worst case scenario, you have a lock. And if the homeowner ever accidentally loses that lock, we have it set here in our office as well.
Tell us about pricing and availability.
Yeah, so it's available right now. We ship out of 2 different warehouses in the United States. We're only shipping within the United States to start. We launched about 4 months ago and have had better success than we actually projected. So we're very thrilled about that. Initial price point is $499.99. You can finance that up to 12 months with a firm who's a partner that we're using for the financing, ultimately, or you can purchase on our website at deliverysafe.com.
And as far as the ability to keep things cool or warm, how do you achieve that?
Great question. So that's one of the key differentiators that we designed into this. So ultimately, we have a cooler inside of the box, and so we have the insulation like a cooler that you could buy to keep your beverages cold or food cold in there. We also have the option of ice packs. So if a user knows that they're getting a grocery delivery on Sunday at 12 o'clock, which just so happens to correspond with the same time as your kid's soccer game, you can put the ice packs into the cooler. It can hold that temp for over 12 hours, lower the temp of the box, hold that temp, which is very similar to your refrigerator, for over 12 hours. So you can receive those groceries or food deliveries as you get home. Simply take them out, get them in your fridge or freezer, and that allows you to maintain that temperature for that amount of time.
My guess is you're not going to be putting a pizza box in there. Probably wouldn't fit anyway. And
pizza's the one that I haven't solved for yet, Fred.
But other things that arrive hot, if you don't have the ice pack in there, I assume this will keep food warm as well. So, for instance, a Chinese food delivery, for instance, something like that.
Agreed. And when we were originally developing this, we did develop it for grocery. I myself haven't been in a grocery store in over 3 years. I've done online. I was an early adopter to online grocery. And it is really inconvenient waiting for those appointments. They never seem to be at the time that you want to receive them. And so we were originally solving for grocery delivery, and then meal boxes, meal kits is already a $5 billion market, and that's expected to double in the next 2 years. So the frequency that homeowners are receiving meal kits, those all fit in the box as well. The one thing we didn't really account for, because when we were creating this, it was pre-COVID, was the no-touch delivery aspect of your hot meal delivery. So your Grubhubs, your Caviars, DoorDashes of the world, receiving that, as you said, Chinese delivery, Chinese food delivery. COVID has actually made that something that we didn't think about, but is a solve, right? And I do grocery or hot food delivery myself, and we hear from a lot of our customers that do. And yes, the box will maintain the temperature of the food that's put in it, so that it won't get cold.
And I guess as the owner, I could open it up, and if I wanted to use a UVC or something to sanitize or whatever I want to do, I wouldn't suggest spraying your food with Lysol, but whatever you want to do, you could do it before picking it up if you chose to.
Yeah.
So tell me about the challenges of creating a new product in the midst of all this.
Yeah. So I'm the only one in the office today. We actually launched the company on March 1st, and on March 10th, we sent everybody home. So we have our office that isn't getting used, but ultimately, I think what COVID has taught us, it actually is providing DeliverySafe an opportunity to solve some issues for homeowners, for businesses that we didn't expect. We weren't really building this for businesses, yet about 20% of our sales are coming from small businesses because of no contact pickup, because their hours have changed, especially small retailers, boutique retailers, small restaurants that do a lot of takeout. Their hours have changed. People just aren't going to the office anymore. And so we're actually finding that we're helping a lot of small businesses with the DeliverySafe, but how we've had to adapt is a lot of video calls. We haven't been able to visit with some of our team members because we have team members all over the United States. We haven't been able to travel to the factory source or to our warehouses. Our warehouses are both in Utah and South Carolina. So we haven't been able to travel like that. So we've ultimately done a lot of stuff as we're doing it right now on a video conference. And that's I've always been one of the people that have had remote workers. In my last companies, a lot of my team members, specifically on the sales side, were always remote. And so I've, I think, maybe been forward thinking in that regard, but I think it's proving to a lot of people that you can launch and scale a business when you're not face to face all day, every day. However, I will say being face to face and getting the brainstorm sessions is very nice. So I'm welcoming the time that we get back in a face to face environment, but we've been able to adapt pretty easily.
Well, you've kind of hinted at some things, but tell us where you want to take this.
So ultimately, we're a venture studio. We're creating products to solve a need. And when we were developing this product, we were really trying to solve for that last foot of the supply chain. And that's what the premise of what DeliverySafe will always be. We launched Model 1, which is the DeliverySafe that you see here with simple tech. We have a roadmap of product development throughout 2021 and 22, where we'll be adding additional models and additional SKUs, but all in the effort of sort of protecting stuff within the home environment, specifically, the last foot of the supply chain. So, if you stay tuned over the course of this year, you'll probably see some new models and some additional technology added to the product. But as we sit here today, we're thrilled with the feedback that we've been getting from both businesses and from the consumers, and also complementary brands. We're getting a ton of very great feedback from complementary brands, high volume shippers, because we're solving a need for them of prevention of packaging theft, prevention of spoilage on a consumer's doorstep. So we're thrilled with where we sit today, but do have visions for the future for some expansion of the product line.
And are you looking to partner with some of these retail chains or brands? Because that would make some sense too.
It does. In my background, I came from a very retail heavy background where all of our products, for the most part, we were category managers in large traditional retailers. We did end up buying some direct consumer companies, and just our core belief system at Ascent is we want our products to be where our customers are. So we don't only want to be a direct consumer company, or we don't only want to be a retail company. We want to have our product readily available where the consumers want to buy it. And so you will probably see this in retail in 2021. In addition to that, you'll start to see a lot of partnerships that we're doing with complementary brands, whether it's meal kits or high volume shippers, where we'll be able to do some co-marketing with it.
Even if the consumer doesn't own it, I guess the retailer could put the box there for their people to deliver to. Just a thought. So terrific. Well, the website once again is deliverysafe.com, just like it sounds. And Adam, we like your innovation. Congratulations on the success so far. And we look forward to what's to come. Thanks for joining us.
Great, Fred. I very much appreciate the time.
Now this. It takes a lot of listening to build a better radio. And that's just what the folks at C. Crane have done. Bob Crane and his crew, nestled among the rivers and tallest trees in the world in Fortuna, California, have made a habit of listening to their customers. And that's just what they've done in building the CC Skywave SSB, the Swiss Army knife of portable radios. For everyday listening to AM or FM in the yard or patio or on the nightstand, without having to drain a mobile phone battery, it's a great companion. But it is also a companion equipped for NOAA weather information and alerts that can be life-saving. You can listen to FEMA and Coast Guard transmissions too. Beyond all of that, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world. It's compact, easy to take with you, and built to last. The CC Skywave SSB. Click on the link at Techstination.com.